You might not know that our theme, we have a theme every week, and this week's theme is rediscovering joy. Now that's what we're focusing on. And the way we're going to do that is to go through the body and really look not only at maybe what hurts and how we can hang out with what hurts, but also maybe look at what our beliefs are. And maybe we can turn and shift a bit so that our beliefs can shift and make us feel a little more joy-filled. I'd like to share with you this mudra. This is an energy seal. So would you just come into this now? You're crossing your fingers and your thumbs are out. And you're doing that right over your heart. You see that? It's like this. And just bring it right over the heart. This is called Vajra Pradama Mudra. And a mudra, as I said, is an energy seal. And this is the gesture of unshakable trust. And it builds confidence. And if you don't trust that it works, I recommend practicing it for a year, and then you'll see if it works or not. All right, I can't tell you if it works or not. You've got to find out for yourself. And those were the Buddha's teachings, practice and see. All right, so that's one mudra. I'm going to share with you another one too. This is a little easier. So this is bringing one hand on top of the other and bringing the thumbs together. And this is known as mandala mudra. And this is connection, wholeness, right relationship with all that is, integration and calming of the mind. All right, so that's a nice little meditation mudra. So oftentimes when I'm coming into meditation, I will just have my hands like this. There's lots of ways that you can have your hands in meditation. You can also do just what I taught you. Vajra Pradama Mudra, that's a nice mudra for meditation. This is a more common one. So that's Mandala Mudra. So find the place for your hands as we come into this meditation, and let your eyes close. And let's begin with the breath. Taking in a nice long deep breath in, and then audibly sigh the breath out. You can be as loud as you wish, because nobody's probably around you, so make as much noise as you can. All right, a lot of noise on a ha sound. All right, we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, and big sigh. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Last time of all, inhale and exhale. Let it go. Good. And now we'll come back to the 3-part breath. We've done time after time, breathing into belly, middle, upper chest, all on one breath in, and then exhaling from top, middle, and down to the belly. Breathing in through the belly, middle, upper chest, all on one breath in, and then exhale from top, middle, and down to the belly. Now, continue breathing in this way. All right, this is the Dirga breath, the foundational breath of yoga. And what happens here is that we are activating our parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation response in the body. So with the eyes closed, just keep breathing deeply in and breathing out. In and out. And just listen to these words now as you breathe, practicing your breath. So what is the practice of QiGong? Qi is life energy, and Gong is working with our energy. And that's all we're doing today, is focusing on how our energy can move and play and help us heal. And with rediscovering joy, we need to also focus on our beliefs. And right now, as you breathe in and out with your eyes closed, will you focus on a leaf? Imagine a huge banana leaf in Puerto Rico. They're gigantic and they flow in the breeze. They're flexible. And ask yourself, what kind of a leaf would you like to be? As we look at beliefs, we can actually find the leaf and be that leaf of ease and flexibility, being adaptable and open. And I think that's what this pandemic is asking us all to be. A new kind of open and adaptable leaf that can flow in the breeze. You might think also of bamboo, because bamboo is strong and yet flexible. So my belief is that when we open to being more adaptable and resilient, we can rediscover our own innate joy. And we might not be able to change the world, but we can change ourselves. And when we change ourselves, we change our very cells in the body. So we're going to now chant an Om sound 3 times and really feel that vibrational energy as we chant the sound. If you've done this 10 million times, make it a first time. And the first Om, send it to yourself. The second Om, send it to one another here. And the third Om to all beings. So taking in a nice deep breath in, we'll chant together. That was for you. Next one for one another. Breath. And one final time. And then before opening your eyes, if you will, bring both hands up at about heart level, palms facing the sky. And invite the past into one hand and the future into your other hand. So in one hand, we've got the past, which is already over. And the other hand, we've got the future, which hasn't even happened yet. And then slowly bring these hands together into yet another mudra, Anjali mudra, prayer position. And just press the right into the left into the right. And offer yourself the blessing of Namaste from the yoga tradition, if you wish, or any other blessing that suits you. The divine, I bow to the divine within me. And then I'm going to take myself off the spotlight and hopefully you can see a bunch of people in the little field here and you can offer a namaste to one another. Hakuna Matata. It's so good to be together here. And so with that, I'm going to ask you, if you want to stand up, feel free. If you don't want to stand up, feel free. You know, I think most of you know me pretty well, that I want you to have the yoga and QiGong experience that works for you. All right, that's so important. That's the most important thing of all, because if you're miserable, you're never going to do it again. And it does work. The practice works, but you've got to practice it. And the best practice is the one that we love. So I'm going to step back and do some warm-ups for us. And again, you can do them sitting or standing. Just if you're standing, give yourself a lot of space. All right? So with that, let's start, as I often do, with tapping. So just bring your hands to your head and be very focused on what's going on here. As you tap, think about what's going on and where you are tapping. So you've got if you tap up in the front of your head, you're tapping the prefrontal cortex, your executive functions, your CEO of the brain here. And just say good afternoon, or in Amanda's case, good evening to this part of your brain, and just go all the way around. And as you know, if you've been with me more than once, I'm especially interested in the hippocampus, which is in the back. All right, so the hippocampus is all about storing memory. All right, so tap it, wake up those little seahorses that dance in the brain. And then if you feel okay tapping your face, you can take your glasses off. I'm going to keep mine on. But tap your face, your ears, your throat, and your neck. As I said, this is a very strong QiGong experience to do self-massage and tapping. And it's also a Japanese form of self-massage called do-in. Now take your hand down the arm, really give it a tap. And applaud your hand, and then up the underside. Now, we're going to do this a lot today. Come right over the thymus region and breathe in and out. Make a little noise. And again, inhale and exhale. This is known as the middle dantian. And it activates the thymus area. We're activating the immune system and all those natural killer cells, the immune cells. All right, and then as we come over here, we're touching the lung points, and then down the other arm. You can applaud your hand on the other side, and up the underside of the arm, get the armpits, and then all the way around the belly. And all these organs. All right, so we're go to your own right side and go up the liver. We're going to work with the liver a little later. And across the transverse colon and down, and really stimulate this whole area. It's so that the organs love to be tapped. And then get one leg. All right, take one of your legs and start tapping all the way down. If you're sitting, it'll probably be easier. If you're standing, you are actually doing a little balancing pose. And can you get your foot? Can you reach your foot? Give that a nice tap, and then up the back, get your butt. And before going to the other leg, can you get your kidney and your adrenals? I don't know about you, but I think most of us in this culture, our adrenals are shot because we've been too stimulated and too much cortisol running through our body. So really, really always remember your adrenals and love on them. And then other leg, tapping the foot if you can reach it. Are you breathing? All right, anything that you haven't gotten to? Did you get your neck? And then just stand. Stand in what we call in QiGong vertical alignment. In yoga, we call this the mountain. Reaching the fingers long, breathing deeply. Remember going back to 3-part breath. Belly, middle, upper chest, and then exhaling from the top, the middle, and down to the belly. Feel the feet rooting into the earth now. And then slowly reach the arms up, only as far as you wish to go. So if there's any shoulder discomfort, you might not even want to go this far. If you feel good to have the arms come up higher, do. And then see if it works to come up onto your toes. I love to do coming on to half toe. It's so strengthening for the toes, the feet, the ankles, the legs. And then exhale down, lower your arms down, and then lift the toes up. So we just lift the heels, and now we lift the toes. One more time, press the feet into the earth, take a breath, and let the arms float where they will. And see if you can raise the heels up, the weight over the ball mound of the big toes. And then exhale down. Vertical alignment. Just feel that connection with your feet into the earth. And what's really fun is to imagine this point in the head. In QiGong, it's known as the Bai Wei point. And it's reaching up to the sky, and there is a star up in the heavens with your name on it. It's your soul star. And the crown of the head is reaching right up for that star, and then all the energy from that star can pour down into your body. So we'll be coming back to that in a while, but we've done tapping. Now we're going to do synovial shaking, which is a good way to stimulate the chi, and that's what I'm interested in you having today. So start out with the fingers. Now look at your knuckles, look at your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, and just shake them like a wild goose. Breathe, 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 and shake. Make a little noise, make a little noise. And then shake your hip, all the joints, you're getting all the joints, the hip, the knee, the ankle, the feet. If you're standing and balancing is hard, then grab onto something. If you're in your chair, keep shaking. I want to see all your fingers. There you go. That's great, Pat. I see you at work. And then other side. All right, now just really fling the arms. And then as you shake them, just go like this. So you're turning the hands over and making fists. And then one more time, shake out. All right, now bring your hands a couple of inches apart. Not even a couple, a quarter of an inch apart. And close your eyes. Feel all that? You should feel all kinds of wonderful energy. That is your chi. Now, does anything hurt in your body? Let the hands go there to whatever needs more energy. You don't have to touch your physical self. Just let the hands hover there for about 3 deep breaths. In and out. And if there's nothing physical, you might have an emotional difficulty, in which case bring those hands to your heart. Or if your brain is anxious, bring them up to your head. Keeping the hands there. Again, we're going to chant the Om sound to this place. All right, so take a deep breath in, and we'll chant the Om sound to that very region. Imagine it healing And one final time. Good. And then opening your eyes again. Just remember, you can do that anytime you want. If there's something painful before taking a pill, send that chi there and see if anything shifts for you. Now we're going to move into something we did last week, the breath of joy. This whole practice is about rediscovering joy. And so we're going to take 3 sniffs through the nose, like that. It will look like this. And then we go and let it go. So if you're in your chair, you can do the same thing. You'll just move forward. If your arms don't want to go up overhead, doesn't matter. You could just go low. All right, so 3 sniffs and a ha. All right, you make more noise than I do, because if I do ha into this microphone, your ears will pop. All right, are you ready? The breath of joy. Here we go. 3 sniffs. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. Good. All right, so that's the breath of joy. It's not the breath of depression. It's the breath of joy, because we're really opening up our rib case, the intercostal muscles, and then we're just letting it all go. All right, so we've accessed chi in our hands, and we're going to do a sound. We're going to do something for the liver now. So could you go to your right side and put your hands over your liver? I'm going to go over to the left, because it's actually my right over here, even though it looks left. But I want to get the goods too. So bring your hands over your right side, and then just start massaging. Now the liver needs a lot of warmth. And also, if we do a sound, which is associated with the liver, it will feel really good. So the sound goes like this. Shoo. So it's actually like shoo, but you start with a sh, and that sh sound is always very comforting. And then the ooh sound, okay? So we'll do this about 4 or 5 times, and you can do it at your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace at all. It's shh, ooh, all right? You ready? Here we go. Shoo. Take a nice deep breath. We'll do 3 more. Again. And one final time. Take another breath. Before opening your eyes, just let the hands stay there. And just notice if you feel any response from that sound that went right into your liver. And then open up the eyes, and once again, let the hands just go all the way around this area where we're housing the liver, the gallbladder, the stomach, the pancreas, the spleen, the small intestine, the large intestines. There's just so much life going on here. And think of all those billions and billions of microbiomes swimming around. So we gotta love on them. And then bring one hand behind you to your kidney area, and then just sweep it across to the other side. All right, and this will just warm up the kidneys, which love to be warm. Are you breathing? Go back to that 3-part complete yogic breath. And from here, we will bring our arms out here, and the feet are about hip width apart. Now, for some of you, you might not be able to hold this very long, and so if not, you can completely lower. I don't want you to be miserable. This is strengthening through the arms. But imagine that your arms are resting on a chi pillow right now. And at the same time, you're hugging a wonderful tree. All right, so we're doing what is called bone marrow QiGong. So we're going to be wringing out the spine by taking a breath and just shifting from, just watch first. We're going from the lower dantian to the middle, to the upper, and then turning our head as far back as is comfortable, and then returning slowly to center and going to the same side. We'll do it 3 times on one side, 3 times on the other side, and we're just wringing out our spine. All right, so this is bone marrow QiGong. Take a breath and start from the lower dantian. Start from your hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, and head. And then inhale back to center. And again, take another breath. And if you want to go slower than I do, feel free to go slower. We start with the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, and the head. Notice how the arms are feeling. Remember, you're resting them on a chi ball. Inhale, lower, middle, upper, and head. And then slowly come back. Now it's your choice as we go to the other side. Would you like to rest your arms for a moment? Or are they okay to hang out here for a while? I've been doing this for a while, so I'm a little stronger, but if you need to rest them, feel free. Other side, inhale into bone marrow QiGong. Exhale, middle, lower, middle, upper back, and then head. And then back to center, lower, middle, upper. 2 more times. All right, bone marrow QiGong. Let the arms lower and feel. Notice what you feel in your arms. I'm feeling all kinds of tingles. And just let the arms shake out. Again, we'll just do another little shake out of the arms and the body. And we'll come into now a little bit of Indian yoga. We've been doing a lot of Chinese yoga. We'll go back to Indian yoga and then come back to Chinese yoga in a bit. So we'll play with balancing now. So I haven't done the tree pose in a while. So the tree, those of you who want to sit, you can totally do the tree pose sitting down, bringing the hands together. And I'm going to ask you all to really think of a tree. that you love dearly. It could be from your childhood. It could be from right now. A tree that you would like to honor. And if you fall out of the pose before the end of it, that's dancing. So enjoy if you fall, just come on back. We'll just keep on going. So your feet are rooted into the earth. And you are, again, as in QiGong, you're in vertical alignment. The feet are planted. Your crown of the head is lifted. Bring the hands in prayer position and put your weight over onto your right foot. And grow tall and turn the left foot out. This is a beautiful pose. I call this the sapling pose, and you can use this as the pose the whole time, or if you'd like to bring the leg higher, feel free. And then if you'd like to raise the arms up toward the heavens, creating tree branches. Remember what I said before about leaves? Leaves, the leaves. So what tree are you honoring? And think of the leaves. And think of the beliefs that you might hold. And perhaps you can release beliefs that don't work for you and become like this beautiful tree that is strong at the base, but very resilient and flexible at the top. Deep breath in and out. And then if you feel ready, you can bring the hands back to the heart, the leg down, the arms down, the eyelids down, and pause with long, deep, sustained breaths before going to the other side. Notice how your feet feel, having two of them rather than one. And think about this tree. Would you like to honor the same tree on the other side? Or would you like to choose an entirely different tree? Vrikshasana, the tree pose. So with that, stand in vertical alignment, again, feet planted. Lots of energy through the body, through the crown of the head. Now shift your weight over onto the other leg and turn your right foot out, and then slowly raise it up as far as you wish, hands in prayer. And then if you like to lift them up to the sky, you may. Vrikshasana. Notice the difference on this side. There's always a side that's easier. Always a side that's harder. And what message does this tree give you? Feeling the stability of the trunk, but the flexibility and the movement of the leaves. And what nagging belief can you perhaps let go of? Give them to the leaves. Let a leaf take your unwanted beliefs, and instead you can receive the beautiful, open adaptability beliefs of all these leaves. And then slowly bringing the hands in prayer, lowering the leg, lowering the arms, the eyelids, and again, pause and breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. And now we'll go back to the QiGong practice. And I'm going to, because we started with all of this wonderful accessing of the qi energy, we'll continue with that. There is a wonderful practice in QiGong called the Wuji ball, Wu, W-U-J-I, Wuji ball. And we've already done it a little bit. The Wuji means this space between nothing and creation. So if you rub the hands together, activate this chi energy, and then just bring them a little bit apart, you'll feel, most likely, this very interesting electromagnetic energy. And this has so many healing capabilities. We just don't know it or don't focus on it. But again, when we bring this activated chi from our hands to different parts of us that are calling for healing, something pretty miraculous can happen. But of course, it takes practice. So we're practicing. So I'm going to ask you to rub the hands again, feel your feet rooted, and we're going to play with the Wuji ball energy and make a nice field of energy between the palms. If you don't feel anything today, it's okay. You might tomorrow, you might the next day. This is just, for some of you, the very beginning. So bring your hands like this, just one over the other, and breathe. 3-part breath. And then very slowly, and this is going to be at your own time, feel this ball of energy shifting and changing so that the other hand comes on top. And once you get the hang of this, you can close your eyes so that your attention will be fully on the sensation of energy, heat, vibration between the hands. And this is called the Wuji ball. And people have been practicing this for thousands of years. Very slow. As slow as you're going, go even more slowly. Don't worry if you don't feel anything yet. Just focus. All you have to do is focus the mind on energy between the hands, the space between nothing and creation. Deep breath. Now hear your breath loud, coming in, coming out. There's any number of things you might feel. You might feel tingling between the palms. You might feel warmth. Your mind might be like a puppy, confused. But keep inviting mind to stay with your little Wuji ball for about another minute. Eyes closed. And now the next time, one hand is on the top and the other is on the bottom, open up your eyes and imagine that you are way above the clouds. You live in an area that is so high in the mountains. You're way above the clouds, and the lower hand is going to reach out. And the other arm is going to come follow it and switch places and go across your face And then the right hand will come under and keep switching places. This is called wave hands like clouds. You need to be breathing deeply. Watch your hand with your eyes. This will give you an eye massage. The slower you go, the better. Wave hands like clouds. Your hands have been now filled with qi from the Wuji ball. And it's as if when the hand comes to your face, it moves the face to the other side. And then the arm comes below and switches. Wave hands like clouds. One more round. And then let the arms cross over and then reach out and up. Reaching to that soul star with your name on it. Feel that energy from the star slowly shower qi down through your head, your face, your neck, your middle dantian, your lower dantian, and then out through the earth, which transmutes any energy that's stagnant. And we'll do it again, raising your arms up to the sky, to that soul star with your name on it. And then shower the qi through your body, through the head, the upper dantian, the middle dantian, the heart, the lungs, the lower dantian, the pelvis, the legs, and out into the earth. Any of those beliefs that you don't want, just give them to the earth. It's like manure. The earth loves manure. So just give your manure into the earth. And then bring your hands in prayer position. And you're going to turn yourself now into a water dragon. And if you're anything like me, I am born in the year of the dragon. So dragons are a very powerful sign. So whether or not you're from the year of the dragon, just begin to imbibe dragon energy and imagine you're swimming. So make figure eights and you're crossing the midline of the body, which is a very powerful thing for the brain and the body itself. Crossing the midline from right to left and swimming, enjoying this beautiful water. You're a swimming dragon. And then bring yourself up onto dry land and start to fly into the air as high as you can go. If that's not good for your shoulders, stay swimming. And reach all the way up to the moon. We have reached to the stars. But now we're taking a little chunk of the moon and bringing it down, and pull your knuckles together, come right into the belly, and now tighten everything. Squeeze the face, squeeze your belly, squeeze your back and your feet. And then inhale, standing tall, bring your hands together. We'll go back into the water as swimming dragons. Make a beautiful figure eight with your body swimming through the space, inhaling and exhaling. You can breathe in the water and then fly up onto dry land, fly up into the air, up into the boundless sky. You're a flying dragon until you reach up to the moon and grab another little piece of it and pull it down, down, down into your belly. Now really squeeze everything. Squeeze your face. Turn your face into a raisin. And squeeze your feet and pull up on the pelvis. Pull into the belly. Shoulders tight, everything tight. And then slowly let go and yawn, reaching the arms out. And we'll do one more flying phoenix before we start to slow down. So we're going to raise the arms up halfway and then pull in and out. So we're a flying phoenix. We pull these hands in and then reach out, extending through our boundaries. Our boundaries go out this far. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 3 more times, reaching. Last one. Pause there and then slowly lower the arms, cross them, and bring your hands up to your collarbones. And slowly draw the 3rd finger down. You'll feel a nice little soft indentation. That is your lung 2 point. And these lungs hold grief. These lungs help us breathe. They're responsible for us breathing. And they know, these lungs know what's going on in our world. And it can be a little scary. So massage these lung points, the lung 2 point. If you go a little bit, just tiny bit lower, that's called the lung 1 point. All right, so all this area in here are these points for the lungs, and they love to be warmed and they love to be comforted because they hold grief. Now, can you breathe more deeply, and whatever beliefs that you have that are not useful, can you think of one and just massage it away and take one arm out and just let the other whoosh down and just send that belief into the earth. Just whoosh it out. You don't need it. And then the other arm. You don't need that either. Now, to really lock that in, it helps to do a yoga pose that's strong. So we're going to take all those beliefs we don't want and come into the mountain. So take your right leg forward. Big stance. Big stance. Push down on your hips. Root. We've been doing a lot of images with leaves and trees. So root yourself into the earth and then see how far your arms would like to go. What's a new belief? Taking these beliefs, and in the mountains, sometimes I just like to say, I am strong. I am resilient. Yes, I am strong. I am resilient. Yes. If you want to say it along with me, feel free. I am strong. I am resilient. Yes. And then lower your arms, rock a little bit, and step back. Feel your mountain, your vertical alignment once more. And before coming to the other side, once again, lift your heels up and down. And if you'd like to bring the arms up overhead while you do that, give it a little more challenge. Up and down. Remember that the weight is over the ball mound of the big toes. And then we'll come to the other side. So take a nice big step forward on the left side. Get yourself rooted. Remember, we're rediscovering joy. And for me, when I'm feeling strong, resilient, and confident, I've got a lot of joy. Raise the arms to wherever you wish, and if you'd like to keep them down, beautiful. All right, here we are. Warrior Virabhadrasana. I am strong. I am resilient. Yes. You might have another affirmation for yourself that works better. So whatever you would like to bring into this warrior pose to bring in new beliefs that are lovely, joyful, serene, adaptable, bring them on. And then let the arms just float. Just let them float down and rock a little bit. And you're going to step forward back into vertical alignment. And one last time, let's shower chi. So bringing these arms up overhead and then just sending the chi energy. Shower it down. Close your eyes. That soul star with your name on it is bringing energy all the way through you, this life energy. Until your hands come to rest at the lower dantian, thumbs touching, fingers in a little diamond shape, and just pause there for a few breaths in and out. And now I'm going to have us come into relaxation. If you'd like to just take a little rest, if you'd like to either lie down or sit. If you're in your bedroom, lie down on your bed. Whatever feels delicious in terms of giving the body an opportunity to just be still, be kind and generous. And we often have belief systems that we need to race and do. And so we become human doings. Not now, not on my watch. So we're all now transforming into who we actually were meant to be, which is a human being. So as you rest, just listen to the words of this song and imagine that the angel who is singing them is right over your body, singing just to you.
In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is love. There is love. In the stillness of this moment there is love. There is love. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is love, sweet love, yeah, sweet love. In the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love. In the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I feel love. In the stillness of this moment, I am peace. I am peace. In the stillness of this moment, I am peace. I am peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I am peace.
In the stillness of this moment, I am peace. In the stillness of this moment, I am love. Take some deeper breaths now. And as always, if you're comfortable where you are and don't want to move a muscle for a while, feel free to stay put. You can let this relaxation last for an hour if you prefer. If it's time for you to get on with the rest of your day, if you're lying down, feel free, if it feels good, to stretch the arms overhead or out to the side and yawn. Just make a nice big yawn sound. It's so good for all the muscles in the face and the throat. And then if you're on your back or your belly or your side, roll yourself over, curling up in a little ball. And find your way gradually back to a comfortable seated position. And see if you can sit nice and tall. Again, those of you who are choosing to stay in relaxation, just stay put. But if you're coming back to meditation stance, notice the spine, nice and long, but at the same time relaxed. And just think of where we've been this afternoon with our inquiry of rediscovering joy. And one way of doing that is to notice our beliefs by perhaps thinking of tree leaves and finding belief that we can resonate with and learn from. Again, I think bamboo and banana are really good analogies for finding the flexible adaptability so that we can be nice and strong. Deep breath in and out. Again, the only being that we can change on our earth is ourselves, nobody else. Remembering the beautiful, beautiful Mother Teresa, who said that we can't do great things necessarily, but we can do small things with great love. So we'll send our Om sound once again out to the world 3 times. First for yourself, second for each other and all your loved ones, and the third to every being, and that's just not all the 2-leggeds. It's the 4-leggeds and all those who fly and swim, and the creepy crawlies and the flowers, and the very heart of our Mother Earth, Gaia. So we'll take in a breath together and chant the Om sound one more time. Inhaling. Again, inhale. And one final time. And before we open our eyes, once again, you might consider bringing the palms up in front of the heart, facing the sky. And again, invite the past into one hand and the future into your other hand. And the past is gone. Our class is done. The future isn't here yet. So let's bring these hands in prayer position, Anjali Mudra, and join past and future into this gift of the present moment. And then just to lock it in, let's take that mudra, Vajra Pradama Mudra, interlacing the fingers, thumbs out. This is the gesture of unshakable trust. I feel this very, very comforting during this pandemic time. The gesture of unshakable trust. And if you like the mandala mudra, remember palms, hands together, back of the hands together, and thumbs together, mandala mudra. It's a nice gesture as well. So thank you all for coming to Gentle Yoga and Qigong, which really, I love this practice so much. For me, it's really nice to join Indian yoga and Chinese yoga or Qigong because it's such a dance, and I just love that very much. So